You want me to go up?
Yeah, I was right here. Just let me know when y'all are ready.
Get down.
Yeah. Miles McKellar Smith, this is 9 a.m. class, and this is my special occasion speech. Thank you again to everybody for coming to this year's Fails of the Year Awards. Without people like you, we wouldn't know that sports fails and music fails really happen. And thank you also to social media for letting us millennials really be connected. Now, on to our last award recipient for Fail of the Year. This Northern Philadelphia rapper decided that it would be a good idea to attack probably the top pop icon out there, pop culture icon out there at the moment. He was coming off of a nice album release that, according to Rolling Stone, did 140,000 copies in its first week. It was featured by some of the greatest talent in the rap world at the moment, and it was even the #1 spot on the Billboard according to their charts in July of 2015. However, he didn't feel like it was quite right. Without Nicki Minaj or a #1 album, he still wanted the top spot. Meek Mill, why did you attack Drake? Doing something like this really requires dedication. Whenever you go after somebody like Drake, you have to really come with your A game and your guns ready for firing. However, after your release, even though Drake was on your album and his song specifically sold more than the entire album combined, you still thought it would be a great idea to attack him. That's not good judgment. The lacking of this value is really, really a tough thing for you, because there are a lot of other rappers that you could have attacked and it would have really helped you. Instead, you decided to do a publicity stunt, which really didn't work out too well. You should probably try to do better with that next time. The next thing that you really should try to focus on whenever you try to attack a rapper is commitment. Drake decided after hearing your little Twitter cherry that you put, when I quote, "And don't compare me to Drake. He don't write his own raps." Crying laughy emoji. You probably shouldn't have put the crying laughy emoji too in there, man. My bad. That's tied into the judgment part. Back to commitment. You should probably make sure that whenever you do something like this, you stand behind it. Drake put out a relatively weak track titled Charged Up, which, as you said, was, and I quote, weak sauce, with another crying emoji. 4 days went past, yet we didn't hear anything from you. And then Drake dropped the infamous back-to-back single. Tell me how Drake can put a single out that sells more than your entire album in a week. Come on, man, you can do better. However, even after he put something like this out and really attacked your whole being at this point, you still had no words. In fact, according to Twitter, you were off for a whole week and had absolutely nothing to say. Then, out of nowhere, according to the New York radio station Hot 97's website, you were reported to give Funkmaster Flex a response track on July 27th. However, you left listeners waiting for 9 hours for a track that never came through. That's just terrible, man. You gotta really be committed. I mean, as we all know, Drake said, trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Except, your fingers were supposed to be the trigger fingers, but you never really pulled the trigger. So, you really need to be committed. So as I come to my conclusion, I just really hope that you have a better 2016, man. Stay faithful to Nicki Minaj. Get back into the studio. Get this whole Drake thing behind you. Because, like he said, he had 2 tracks and they went back to back. You put out 1 track and it was just kind of whack. You just do better, man. Better luck in 2016. Here, come get your award.